What is up, guys, and welcome back to the channel. My name is Khanstens, and today we are back at it with another Starcraft 2 video. I know, guys, I have a lot to explain for. I've been gone for a very long time. I've been gone for roughly a month, I think. My last video was like 3 weeks ago or so. But before I explain that, let's introduce the players here. So just so we can start, all right. So on the bottom right-hand corner, we have the veteran that has returned, Beyond. And on the upper left-hand corner, we have the Shield of AIUR, also known as Stats. I think I've honestly missed when Beyond came back. I think that's when I stopped recording videos, because I think I recorded a couple videos about Beyond's return and how he just literally came back and is as good as ever. And then I decided to take a small break. So basically, I kind of felt like when I was recording the videos, no one really watched it. I don't know. I just needed more motivation, so I took a little bit of a break because I felt like, my views were dropping. I feel like no one liked my videos. I was wondering what I was doing wrong and stuff like that. So I kind of took a break, to re-motivate myself and get back into the grind. So, if you guys would like to see something different from me, some other games or something else, let me know in the comments below. I plan on doing some League of Legends. I started playing some League recently, about a month ago. Yeah, I downloaded it. I've been playing with some friends. I do plan on streaming again as well, so keep that in mind. It might be League, it might be Starcraft, it might be some Hearthstone, it might be some Call of Duty. You know what? You never know. So let me know what you guys would like seeing, but before I mamble off and ramble jamble, let's get back into the game. Looks like a pretty standard expansion from both players, No one's playing anything cheesy just yet. I mean, when you play Stats, he never does anything cheesy, right? He is the most standard Protoss, which makes him so... I mean, it's amazing how well he can do while being so easily predictable. I mean, he's the most predictable person in the game. If he took some of SOS's builds and put them into his arsenal, he'd be the best player in the world easily. I mean, he would just be so good, but I mean, he just plays such a standard game that it's so easy for players to be able to beat him. And even Beyond here is like, oh, something coming? No, it's just a command center, Oh, that's an early third CC actually. It's a very early third CC. See, this is why people play against Stats and they're like, oh, he's not going to be aggressive. I can easily drop a third command center here. But first adept just roaming up saying, hey, what's going on here? Taking some damage. Already in the yellow shields. Shades in, see the command center. Knows it's not a one base timing of some sort. And then he returns home. Stargate on the way. Or Stargate actually just finished for Stats, so. Oracle first, I'm assuming. I don't know if they still have the Void Ray meta. I haven't watched any Starcraft in a while. But it looks like it's going to be a Phoenix first. Oh, so it's probably going to be Phoenix. Is there going to be a Twilight Council drop soon? Are we seeing a good old Phoenix Adept build here? Or is it just going to be straight Phoenixes? Surprised you didn't make an Oracle first, because I think sometimes you do want to make an Oracle first before Phoenixes. But I guess that kind of does give away your build for say. And I don't think Beyond has scouted, right? Yeah, he's got no idea what's over there. And I'm pretty sure Stats has no idea that, that their command center is there. So, that is something to take into play. That Beyond is going to be a command center early. He's going to have another mule on hand, which is massive. He's able to produce out of 3 command centers instead of 2 to make all of those SCVs. And Stats, I mean, you usually take your 4th base around the 5-ish minute mark, 440 earliest, I think 510 latest, if I remember my timings correctly. But, oh wow, interesting. He sends the Phoenix in right away. That is very interesting. I mean, I'm surprised he didn't wait for a couple Phoenixes to gather. I guess he does see the 3rd orbital command, so he should be dropping his, he should be dropping here his Nexus about roughly 23 seconds early, which is the smart thing to do. Because otherwise he would be very economically behind. And also there was no Reaper first, which is kind of a big tell and shows, hey, I'm playing very safe. I'm cutting corners here and there. Oh, you want to be careful with those stats. You don't want to lose those Phoenixes to any unnecessary harass. But yeah, guys, honestly, I took a small break, but I plan on being back on it, uploading 3 days a week once again. I'm recording this on Sunday, but it's gonna be uploading on Monday, so you guys will see it tomorrow. But Monday, Wednesday, Saturday, I believe was my original schedule. and that is what I hope to get back to. And streaming, I plan on streaming 2 days a week. I'm not sure what days yet, but stay posted. You guys can check out my Instagram. I usually post on there when I'm going live. So if you want to follow it, I'll throw it in the description below. I also throw my Twitter down as well. I don't use it as much, but I plan on using it a lot more to be more socially active with you guys and communicate more. But yeah, I mean, stats, just going for a bunch of Phoenixes. Beyond, making Marines, Marauders, soon to be Medevacs, anything that starts with M. Command Center has floated down, so if you just look at it, stats basically finished at the same time, but if you look at the worker count, it's relatively the same. I wonder if you can see income. Yeah, income is relatively the same as well at this point, but having that early lead was nice for Beyond as he was able to pump out more workers. I mean, stats can pump out as many workers because he has Chrono Boost, but since Beyond was so close with mules, it clearly gives him the income advantage, and it looks like he is going to be pushing out here with 1-1 finishing and stim as well, unless he's just poking on the map. But stats, he doesn't have much of an army. I'd like to say he's got an Immortal, 4 Adepts, and 5 Sentries. Was that Sentry? Sorry, was I? Yeah, no. 5 Phoenixes and 1 Sentry. So I mean, he really has nothing much. He needs to start pumping his stuff out. He has 1 Colossus now, warping in a few more. Okay, so warping in some more Zealots, which is nice. Did I miss the drop? Where did the drop go? The drop is sneaking by. Stats has no idea it's coming, and Beyond's gonna be easily able to unload as well without him knowing. Doom drop coming into the main. He's gonna be able to pick up a lot of workers. Let's see how fast Stats' the reaction time is. 4 or 5 workers going down. Takes up the shield battery as well. He should target on the Nexus. See, there's just not much here for Stats to really contest this, you know. But the rest of the army is now coming in. He is funneling himself up a bit, which is messing him up, but Phoenix is taking down the Medevacs, so the units won't be able to escape. But that is still a lot lost for Stats. I mean, even now, Beyond is picking up more workers and more units as well. That was a very good trade for Beyond. I mean, you can just tell. I mean, he's losing Marines, and he's losing Phoenixes, Sentries, Probes, and this is very expendable for Beyond. Well, Stats is down 15 workers at this point, so he's gonna have a long road to walk here. I mean, Charge is what, 3/4 way done. He's Chrono boosting right now, +1 is also on the way. I think Beyond should honestly just take a 4th base right now. Is it in production? No, not yet. I guess he still wants to play slower. But Stats, I mean, he's down economically, he's down army-wise. And I don't know. He's gonna have to. Maybe he can catch this drop. If he can catch this drop, that would be massive for him. But I mean, his army is getting bigger. He does have 3 Colossus now, which is huge. Oh. Stats. Oh, there we go. Oh no. Oh, he sees it. Phew, that almost scared me. I was gonna be like, uh-oh, Stats. Please tell me you see that. Picks up a couple of Marines and then he will run back. Okie dokie, but more things that start with M. Mines and Medevacs coming down. Stats trying to take a 4th base. I don't think that is going to be successfully taken, but looks like he is making a lot of Stalkers as well for home defense as well. Second Forge finishing up. He is going for double upgrades now, which I love to see. I love going double upgrades. I think it's a very smart thing to do. A 4th base, if it was here, would be killed. He does give away his position by killing that probe and that pylon, but he has so many Marauders in this army. He's going to be able to one-shot all of these Colossus. There's a lot of mines as well. Stats you do not want to engage. You want to have those Stalkers. You want to have an Observer in the army. There is no Observer in the army, so he definitely does not want to fight that. Beyond trying to go for 2 separate armies. Really poking and prodding, testing Stats' defenses, but this is honestly what Stats excels at. He already has split up his army into 2 different groups to defend both different drops. Phoenix is in the air as well, trying to ward off any incoming drops that could be coming in, but both armies, Stats easily deflecting them off, making a lot of units here. I think Stats just wants to go for an all-in. I mean, Beyond taking a 4th base behind this, but Stats, he just can't. He's too pinned in right now by Beyond's army. I think he's just gonna make a Doom, like a Protoss Death Ball. I don't know why he's not going for Storm though. Okay, sorry, I missed that on the production tab. He really needs to get this out ASAP. Otherwise, these juicy, beefy marauders, they lift weights every day, you know? They're gonna smash down that army like nothing. Oh, there we go. Some nice mine clearing here by Stats. He does want to take that 4th base, and the 4th base will be dropped by Stats. I mean, beyond just laying down mines around the map, you know? Oh, I thought that was a mine for a second. That was just an observer. I'm surprised this missile turret can't see him. Can Beyond see it? We can barely see it. Do you think he's gonna scan? You wanna give you 2 seconds to scan. 1, 2. No, he doesn't see it. It's really hard to see that in the heat of battle. I'm surprised pro players can see it so easily. Sometimes when I do it, I'm like, how does he know I'm here? I'm like, oh, there's been an observer above my army this entire time. Oh, yeah, that's so marauder heavy. With a nice flank as well. Stats going for a full surround with so many zealots and so many colossus. 3 colossus and a bunch of phoenixes. Phoenix colossus always has been a fantastic build. I know my boy Rotterdam, he loves it. He loves going for that. I think I watched a video of Loco casting Rotterdam, and all he did was literally build Phoenix Colossus, nothing else. Like, not even Zealots, it was just straight Phoenix Colossus, which honestly Marauders rip apart. That's why you need so many Zealots to tank for those Colossus. But it looks like Stats wants to go for a big attack right now. I mean, just looking at the army, 200 supply, +2 attack is done, +2 is not done for Beyond yet. So Stats would have to hit right now if he wants to be in the upgraded advantage. I don't know if he sees it. But he also has a lot of Vikings to be able to one-shot. I think he has enough to... I think he 2-shots it with the amount of Vikings he has. The thing about Colossus is you got to be careful because you don't want to overmake them, because if they only have like 3 Colossus, it's not worth it to have that many. Or you want to have so many Vikings that like the Colossus don't even play a part. So you want to be careful when you're making that many Vikings, because it can honestly just be like, oh, I killed off his Vikings, but then he made like 30 Zealots and killed me because my ground army was too weak. So that's what you want to be careful of. But it looks like 4th base was taken. I could be more saturated, I mean, but I think he's busy doing other things. +3, or +2 is on the way. +2 shields. But Beyond is up ahead right now because he does have +2 armor done. So technically he's up ahead, but in just a few moments, Stats is going to be up ahead, especially with that chrono boost. Is he chrono boosting it? He's not currently chrono boosting it, but he could just be busy, so you know, you can never judge a pro player. Let's see what their APM's at. I forget what the hotkey is. Nope, that's not it. M? APM, yeah. You know, sitting at 100 right there, but average of 200, 300, you know. There we go. That's more like it. Sitting at 500, 600 for both players, because this game is definitely not easy to play. I think I played this game and I played League and I was like, really? I'm pushing like 3 buttons a second? Or, I mean like 3 buttons a minute or something like that. It's a lot easier to play. He is going to be easy. He's going to shut that down pretty easily. It looks like Stats wants to go for a massive Zealot attack, while at the same time trying to ward off his army so he cannot go defend. Nice interception there on the Vikings. Picking off a few Vikings. Lots of SCVs going down. That natural base is being... Oh, that 3rd base is being torn down by all those Zealots. The eye for an eye. Oh, snap. He might even be able to save that if he does like a Zealot warping. He does only have 2 supply though. Taking out those supply depots. Those supply depots have done so much damage to that. Those Zealots need to take them out. Also taking out that sensor tower, which will help out with the vision. Beyond going for a little bit of a drop, that 1 Zealot that was warped in with the 2 supply was able to ward that off. Stats taking 2 more bases here. Double expanding off the back of this. Taking 1. Not losing anything somehow. I don't know why Beyond didn't leave like 3-4 more Marauders there, because that base was easily taken out if he had a couple more units. I don't know why he pulled back. Must have all army hardkeyed, but he comes back in and gets the rev and he goes, F that base. You don't get that base here. Not on my watch, Stats. And he does take it out. But behind the Stats has 3-3 done DT Blink on the way as well. I mean, Stats, he's easily recovered from this game. You know, he's up ahead now. Up 9 workers as well. But if Beyond can take off this base, it's going to be massive here. I mean, he doesn't have that much mining going on, but there we go. Super battery comes in. I think he's just going to be able to pick this off. Phoenix is chasing down the medevacs as well, getting all of those medevacs. Zealots warping in to finish that off, to finish off the rest of the Marines on the ground. Great job there by Stats. Hence why they call him the Shield of AIUR, because his defensive capabilities are so good. Beyond had a massive lead in the beginning, but he was just too aggressive. He should have taken that 4th place earlier. He should have been mining some more, because Stats, he just plays so defensively. And Beyond kept trying to attack him, and Stats was like, you know what? I ain't gonna attack you, but if you're gonna attack me, I'm just gonna crush everything you're trying to attack me with. And with that, Stats has brought this game equally. But Live Range is on the way, and Stats does not have any Tempest yet. No Fleet Beacon, I believe, is made. It's just one Stargate. And those Liberators can get very, very annoying once you have like 10, 15 of them, because they can easily... Oh, that was just a base. What was I saying again? Yeah, they can easily take down any Protoss army that doesn't have much air, because their range is impressive. It's quite impressive. I don't know how they shoot so hard and so accurately, but somehow them Liberators, they do it. Beyond was going for an attack. He is out of position. This planetary is going to be taken out. I think no. Mass repair on that does save it. He does cancel that warping as well. Being chased back now is Stats with so many Liberators as well. His army being split up. Liberators are getting focused on by those Stalkers. Stalkers attacking all of the air army, but those Colossus doing so much splash damage. The Liberators on top of all of it doing so much damage. Stats taking a massive loss, and he has no anti-air, and he will lose all of those Colossus. Ouch, that does not feel well. But at the same time, if you look at the worker count, Stats is up like 20 workers, but you know, mules. But looks like he doesn't have any mules. Looks like he has a lot of planetaries, honestly. Oh, there we go. Now skyrockets back to around normal, you know? Even being down 20 workers, but Disruptors are on the way now, which is... I like it instead of Colossus, but I do think you want to have a couple Colossus, which kind of makes these Vikings useless, since you don't have any Colossus. But I think 1 or 2 Colossus for that consistent splash damage is really nice to have, but he's already used both of his Disruptor's balls, which is going to allow Beyond to push in here. And with those Liberator ranges, it's so hard to attack. Stats is making so many Stalkers, and against this many Marauders, this is going to be a very hard hold. Unless he gets a massive Disruptor hit on a bunch of these units, I don't know what he's going to do. Vikings haven't landed, and they do additional damage against Stalkers, which I guess is good, but more Disruptors are on the way. +3 is that +3 shield, or is that +2? Oh, that's level 2. One single Zealot going to town on this command center, made it burning, I don't know how. But he has so many Stalkers here, and they do so bad against Marine and Butter. Like, Stalkers are so incredibly bad because they fall off so hard. Marauders do extra damage against Stalkers, and Stalkers don't do extra damage against them. They just take so much damage, and Medevacs can easily heal through Stalker DPS since it's not that much. DT's thinking about going for attack. They do have Blink. Stats is not at the base. Instead, he has these 2 bases on the side, which are doing him a lot of work. But still, if you look at the worker count, Bjorn is still down 13 workers. But Stats is running low on money right now. I mean, he was forced to make so many Stalkers. This is kind of like a Stalker Disruptor army, which was like early Legacy of the Void type of a game. And it looks like it is going to be a base trade, and he does pick off that Planetary Fortress as well. And this, I'm pretty sure both of these bases are going to be picked up as well. DT's blinking and killing off all those ghosts, or at least a few of them. That is a big investment, though. I don't know if that was worth it, but Stats at the same time going into the natural of Beyond, picking off all of these armies. And if he can get on top of the production, he's killing off all the Liberators, which is massive. But at the same time, he's using his scans, and I don't know if he's gonna have enough scans for the base. That's such an amazing play. He's staggering all of his DTs, so Beyond is forced to use so many scans. I mean, look at all these orbitals. Only one orbital has, I mean, that has a lot of energy, but that has 4 scans. Maybe that's not hotkeyed. Maybe Beyond. Oh my gosh, this is such a nail biter. Disruptor hit. He has so many Disruptors. Honestly, I don't know if India's gonna recall. Such a smart play. I mean, the income. Just look at the income. Beyond picked off 1 base, Stats picked off like 2, and all the workers. Stats still has this mining base, which has 42 workers, which is quite the oversaturation. But I mean, he's still mining more than Beyond is, and his army is more sophisticated. Beyond does have a more mobile. Oh, that is just look at that. Let's look at the income. 59 workers to 11, and look at the income. Yeah, Stats, you better take out that freaking planetary. Yeah, make all those meals go to waste. Just look at that, and the Terran players just whine like, "Oh, we don't have enough income, Chrono Boost." That's literally all you hear. But nice denial there by Stats. I mean, Stats does have a stronger army, but at the same time, Beyond has a more mobile army. So if he moves out across the map, he can probably take this out before Stats even gets home. But that's why Stats wants to put pressure on. He doesn't want that army that is so mobile to be flying across the map, picking off things left and right. He wants to push his advantage, but he is just so ahead at this point. I mean, Bjorn lost all his mules. He had one hat left. Oh, he had one. What's the saying? I keep forgetting the saying. In his bag of tricks, he had one trick left, and that trick was failed. And look at that. Vikings picking off probes. 11 probes have gone down, but that is another part of the army. Archons now have been made, and that's going to be a massive disruptor hit. And I do not think Bjorn can come back from that. That was, oh my god. GG is called, and Stats takes the victory and shuts Bjorn down. Wow, that was quite the matchup. I don't know how he did it. He's just too good. The Shield of AIUR. I mean, he was so far behind in the early game, but he just played patiently, waited for Bjorn to attack him, took the victories, small victories, which added to a massive victory. Plus, massive disruptor hits in the end, which finally closed out the game. But if you guys enjoyed this video, leave a like. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. I will be posting lots of content. I don't know if you're new. I don't know if you're old, but subscribe, leave a like. It helps a lot. Leave a comment below on what your favorite color is. And I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.